All right, today we're going to talk about some of my favorite and least favorite K-pop album packagings. Because I watched a ton of these videos and they were interesting, and I was like, well, this would take zero effort to make, so I will make this video. Also, if you have time, you should watch my top picks for K-pop songs of the year. It'll be in the cards and in the end notes, and I'll leave the description. I'll leave the link in the description. So please watch that. Next. All right, so let's start with a favorite. All this out. So the first one I want to talk about is Lisa's solo mini album. I don't know what you call this, but whatever. I like the packaging because number one, it is a box. We like a box packaging. It looks expensive, and there's two versions. There's a gold and the black, but I went with the gold one for this video because the photo book. Look at this picture. Like, I still can't get over this picture. Like, this is, I don't know, it's just different K-pop type of stuff. Like, it's like a, not like super bubbly and girly, but still like classic. We'll go with a classic look. I don't know. But I really liked her hair in this picture. I have on my bookshelf, I actually keep the photo book out like this. Also, I really liked that it is a hardback. I'm a big fan of hardback books. And in my unboxing, I didn't even realize this until afterwards. Someone in the comments let me know that I pulled one of the special photo cards, like one of the rare whatever. You know how they'll be like, oh, and there's also this inclusion that only 2,000 people are going to get. I got one. So, yeah. But anyway, that's one of my favorites. So, there's a favorite one. Let's go to a least favorite. Again, this has nothing to do with the actual music itself. This is just the packaging. JB, his first mini album. Album is immaculate. This here, I don't know what this is. I blame J Park. That's just me. I'm gonna blame it all on J Park. Number one, there was no saving this. Like, you just had to rip it open. Like, there wasn't a sticker at the top. There's no saving. You had to open it. And then inside, it's just a brown paper bag, you know? And you pull it out. And then here's your, like, photo book pamphlet thing. Like, and then there's, like, stuff in here. And I wasn't a fan of that. Again, great album. Please stop doing this. Like, you could have just given us a book, and that would have been fine. You didn't need to do this. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go, like, favorite, least favorite in that order. So let's go for another favorite. Okay, so you probably won't recognize this without the full case, but this is one of Key's albums. It's the one with the toy thing. I'll put a picture in. I liked it because it was cool. Obviously, I was one of the ones that just ripped mine open. I was going to buy another one just to have, and I didn't do that. But I will include a picture because this obviously deserves to be in for the best packaging of the year. And if you don't know what it looks like, again, I will put a picture so you know. Up next, we have SHINee, least favorite. Simply because of this. SM, what is this? Y'all have money. Y'all like to act like you don't, but you do have money. I don't want to hear we didn't get money from tours. I don't want to hear all of that. Y'all, SHINee's been a group since 2008. They deserve better. What is this? Like, this is the side of a book with, it's just glue. And so, like, if you were to keep constantly, like, if you were one that wanted to keep opening these up, this would eventually fall apart. Like, this whole thing will eventually fall apart. Like, why? The only thing that saved this for me, number one, the music is amazing. This was my favorite album of the year. But the inclusions. They really stepped up the inclusions for SHINee because, let me tell you something about Charles. We have been deprived, okay? Normally we get, here's a photo book and here's a photo card, and that is it. They gave us, like, extra photo cards. There were some stickers in here. There's a bunch of stuff. That was great. But why? You couldn't have just a real binding at the end? Really? 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 Not asking for much. SM, stop doing that. While we're on the topic of SM, let's continue. Once again, another version of Key's Bad Love as my favorites. Because this looks really nice on a bookshelf. Either way, you can put it up like this. You go to the side. There's a picture of him there. I don't like when the sides are neglected because I'd like to put things in my bookshelf and everything can't be front facing. Like, sorry, everyone's not special. Like, so sorry. But in the back, I like how they did the track list with like a character. It's really good. And then this side here, a lot of people said it looks like a cereal box, and it actually is a box. And then you got so many inclusions. So if you're an inclusion girl, if you're one that likes all the photo cards and all the this and that, and you could only afford like one album, because he had like 5 versions of this. But like if you could only afford one, this would have been the one to get. So like in this, you still got these. I have some of these in a binder and some of them are hanging up. Like you got a set of these guys, and they're front and back. So that's 2 different types. You have this type, and then you have like that type thing. You got that. You still got a really thick photo book because, you know, Key is not going to not give you, you know, looks, right? And then you also got, you know, your photo card, your poster, and then you got a pack of special cards, which these collector cards, which I, you know, whatever. But I like the little package that it came in. Because sometimes, like, I don't like when I open up albums and the photo card and everything else just falls out. Like, I mean, I get it. But, like, it's a little extra effort that I just like. So, that is another one of my favorite K-pop album packagings for the year. Oh. All right, let's do a least favorite. TXT. Now I know what you're thinking. What's wrong with it? It's just a box. It is just a box, but it's very difficult to close the box sometimes. Like, so I take everything out, right? And then you got to make sure that you put it back in the right spot. And then you don't want all, like, I didn't even put all the stuff back in because I couldn't get it closed. So I was like, you know what, we're just going to put the photo book and this lyric thing back in here, and then the rest is just going to have to go somewhere else. So now I try to get this back in here without bending up the photo book or the box. Look, see, you see how we're still struggling? This is in real time. Okay, we got it in. Now, what would happen is the rest of your stuff would get stuck right in between here. That's what was happening, and that irked me. And then you gotta put the box back to, like, just do a slip cover. Next. This is a favorite, just because it looks cool. Now, SM, you could have gave us a photo card, because, like, let me see. I have one. Yeah, a photo card would have fit in here. You could have given us a photo. I mean, I get it, but you could have given us, you know, a little something. I still bought it because it looks cool. And I bought the, when Shiny did a 1 of 1, the cassette, I got that one too. So, yeah. All right, next. This is not me just talking about Shiny the whole time, I promise. But I had to discuss this. All right, so, like, there were 4 jewel cases. And then there were 2, like, regular photo book albums, right? So that meant that SM had 6 versions of this album. Okay, that's more versions than there are members. And I'm just like, of course I'm gonna buy it because Shiny's my bias and all. But like, the jewel case, I mean, some people are getting tired of it. My biggest problem with the jewel case is that I cannot open the jewel case. That is my biggest problem with this. Some people are like, oh, it's a little plastic thing, it's not cute, blah, blah, blah. No, my problem is I cannot open this. Like, struggled. Like, you see how, this is how you open a jewel case, and it doesn't do it. Like, I don't know if it's because, like, in South Korea, jewel cases are different than they are in America. But, like, I go to do this and nothing happens. So then I did this. I just, like, fiddled with it a bunch, and I got this to happen, and then that's broken, obviously. But then they show you a picture where it makes like this cute triangle thing, and I couldn't figure that out. Like, so I just, for my unboxing, I just took the whole thing apart and then put it back together off camera because I just couldn't. So yeah, SM, I don't mind the jewel cases, but you gotta make sure that they are functional. You gotta make sure people can actually open it without, like, breaking it. Because there's nothing worse than a cracked jewel case. So like SM, do this all you want, I don't care, but you gotta make it to where we can open it without an instruction manual, you know? Goodness. Let's see. Let's complain some more. This is really just a video to SM at this point. SM, this is lazy. This is lazy, SM. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, and then the color scheme was off because I don't like, this is red and then this is like black and white or blue, and then the other one, the inside is blue, and then the outside, like, why? It's not cohesive. I didn't like it. The only thing I did like was I got this guy, and Taeyeon's my bias, and this is cool. Now where you would put this, I don't know, but this is something different. That was cool, but this is flimsy. I don't like it. Next up, JYP. Why did you do this to them? They deserve, what is this? The worst part, besides it being a bag, and I know some people have issues with ripping of the stickers and all that. I can get past the sticker. I can almost get past the bag. What I cannot get past is the CD literally being in this. This irked me so bad. Like, you couldn't... Really? This is what you... Like, they didn't work super hard on this for you to put it in a sandwich bag. Like, that irked me. And then another one. I like this packaging. Number one, it was really big. And all the pictures were, like, huge. And I just like the size of the photo book. Also, this was, like, okay, like I said earlier, shawls have been, like, deprived of inclusions for, like, ever, it seemed like. And this was the first album that I remember that it was like, oh, here's all the things you get with the album. And we were like, we get all of this? We don't just, like, literally, it seemed like every Shiny album I've ever bought, it's been like, here's a photo book, here's a poster if you ordered the poster, and here's one photo card, right? Story of Light came out, we got 2 photo cards, one individual and a group card, and we were just like, oh my god, we were losing it. This one came with like an envelope inside of it, and you got your photo card, and then they did AR clip cards, meaning you like put one of these in some app, and like the little picture moves. Blown away. And then I got one of these. So like you got this thing, and then in like one version had this and the other version had like a film strip or something like that. And I was just like, oh, we get things. We get to have things. It's not just like a book of pictures and it's photo card. It's like extras. So I really appreciate that. And the back, because it's like don't call me, and it's like, you know, the phone pattern. Anyway, well, that was my chaotic video of me kind of complaining about album packaging. And some of you might be like, well, if you hate the packaging so much, why did you buy it? I don't buy albums for packaging. I buy albums to support my favorite artist, because like I don't live in Korea and I don't do virtual concerts. So like the last 2 years, the only way I could support them was by buying a CD. So that's why I buy them. Would I, like, if JB does this again for the next album, am I still gonna buy it? Yes. Am I gonna complain about it? Yes. But at the end of the day, it's whatever helps the artist out. So yeah, let me know in the comments what some of your favorite and least favorite album packaging was, and I will see you next year. Bye.